This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Primiano.
And I'm Dan D'Aprile, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
Hey, we are live.
Hi, hey.
Neil's
I have
got
half
some-
of a
yeah.
desk here. Things have changed in the studio.
And I got throw pillows.
Whoa.
Neil has decorated the living space.
Some bedroom additions.
Yeah, now that Dave's on his way out, I can start getting nice stuff for my couch.
Now that you're not stinking up the joint.
Now I'm not filling his cushions up with farts. I'm gonna get these I got 8 episodes to fuck with these throw pillows, and I'm gonna take full advantage.
Neil, are we the only podcast on the Drop Tent Studio Network that sits on the couch?
No.
Everyone else sits on the chair, right? Like I've seen Seriously Dads. Who else sits on the couch?
Jake can fit in those chairs?
Everybody usually goes one the other. Ooh, look at you taking taking
Jake.
big boys down. Nice.
Yeah.
You're my dude.
Oh my God.
That's okay. Someone called me Big J Yoderson the other day, and it hurt my feelings. Yeah.
That makes sense. But no, the weekday Jay sits on that side. Kirsten and Jamie Pappas, they both sit on the
They
couch.
both sit on the
actually. They both
couch?
sit on it and might change up the
shit.
cameras. Yeah, you guys could have been playing footsie this whole time and like sat across from each other and been really cute.
Oh, I would not have.
No,
liked that.
I need space.
No, yeah, this is about as
No.
close as I can get to Dave. It always feels weird when I have to sit on the couch.
I can't have a whole conversation turned and talking.
Yeah,
Unless
We've
I
passed-
I have to sit and then
Yeah.
aim myself at you.
I don't like
I don't
it.
want to do.
And I gotta like lay my feet out because maybe the viewers at home can't see. It's like a chase portion of the couch. I hate it. I can't do an interview with my feet up. How am I supposed to be professional with my feet up?
Are you professional now?
It's something I worry about a lot, Dave. Yeah, I worry about my professionalism here. The guy who Skypes in half of the episodes.
That's even better separation.
Yeah, that's right. But hey, I almost Skyped in today because I had the 2 weeks. I already put my 2 weeks in vibe, and I said, no, I enjoy this. This is one of the highlights of my week, so I'll come in. But speaking of people who can act like they don't have a job anymore, Matt Gatz, the last ride of Matt Gatz, he has withdrawn his name from the Attorney General nomination because, man, it's like Lay's potato chips with these guys. Once you pop one 17-year-old,
That's Pringles.
you just can't stop. Oh yeah, you're right. That is Pringles.
I
What's
was like,
Lay's?
I don't know what Lay's. Wait, hers. Make hers yours.
Make hers yours.
Once
That would
you
apply
pop,
as well.
You gotta stop. You can't. Wait, once you pop, you gotta. Although that's the dumbest fucking. Because the best part about Pringles is it's a fucking resealable lid.
Yes.
They have the best pop to stop system for potato chips out there. Other ones you got to find a fucking clip around your house.
The bag is all
or a
crinkly
rubber
and
band.
loud.
Yeah.
You're right.
Think
Pringles
about
are
that,
made to be
Pringles.
closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be called pop and then stop whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fucked up, but I mean, they're still around. So what do I know?
They're doing.
I don't have a fucking multi-billion-dollar potato chip fortune. What is fucking Lay's? Isn't it like something fucking generic as hell? Like Lay's, they are good.
Yeah, and it's something stupid. Could you look that up? I need to know now. This is important information for our viewers at home.
And that's the big 3, right?
Lay's, hers, Utz, right? What's Utz?
Utz is a fucking. That's
like a local.
That's like. It's not like specific to any store, but it's generic brand.
Yes, it feels generic. It does. It is a brand name that feels.
That's like the Aramark thing. So if you're like in school, that's what you fucking get. Because
Yes.
the schools aren't springing for
no,
for
they're not
Lay's
getting a
or
brand
hers.
name. No,
Yeah.
fuck that.
So you get Utz. That's their slogan. You
get
get Utz.
You get Utz.
Fucking deal with it. You get Utz. You'll be happy. The plain flavor are indecipherable from any other plain flavor.
Yeah.
Why you still buy plain flavor this day and age? I don't know, but you got Utz.
You don't like plain flavor chips?
No.
You're not a fan of plain flavor chips?
I want to get fucking exotic if I'm eating chips.
So I feel like chips are getting too crazy now. I think sometimes return to the basics. Maybe I'm like a chip conservative or something. I feel like
I'm a chip whore. If it's a
you'll
new
do
fla-
anything.
yeah,
Blue-haired chips. You'll do it all.
if I see, because they have their 3 new flavor contests a lot, and
Yes.
I'll get the small bag, and then I will win, place, or show them.
Well, you're
for
a
the
ranker.
people.
You're a natural ranker,
It's
so you
true.
need to rank those. I will say this: hers, especially, is doing some great things. Cutting edge potato chips. They're coming out with new potato chips every year, like just new flavors. I'm a plain chip guy, but I gotta say, like they have like the cheesesteak chips
the
and stuff
Philly
like that.
They've done it twice now.
Yeah.
So they're on like the second round of Philly flavors.
Yeah.
They
Sorry
have-
for my delays there, but it's bet you can't just eat one.
that's a terrible slogan.
terrible
And it's just a bad rip off of Pringles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's more accurate because who wants to fucking reseal the bag?
Yeah.
There's no lid.
Yeah. It's very aggressive too, like betcha. Like, bet you
Yeah.
can't eat one. Says who? Bet me shit.
And
I can eat a whole bag. I'll prove it.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Never feel good about
No,
myself.
oh God,
Yeah.
that is a food. There are like we could rank the food shames. I wish Rank Bank would come back. We could rank like the shame that you
I never officially ended.
feel. There you go. If you and Danny ever do an episode on the types of shame you feel after eating, please have me on as a guest because I feel like there's nuance in it. The shame after you eat
Ooh,
an
this
entire
is-
bag of potato chips, that's a terrible feeling.
That's got to be the worst one. Or
No, whole pizza. It might be the
Ooh.
worst one. Yeah, everyone has had the whole pizza.
just
Every
ate it,
man,
yeah.
I should say,
I
has
just ate
eaten
a
an entire
16.
pizza.
I just ate a 16 to myself.
Yeah,
See?
it's a
chilled out.
shitty. You sit there afterwards and you're like, "What did
Yeah.
I do?"
I really knew this one was coming too, and I just kind of made like peace with it.
Yeah,
I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
you're
Let's
having
do
a
it.
hard week.
have
I get
the,
it. I've been there.
I've ordered Chinese food alone, so I have to hit the minimum amount, so I
Yes.
don't have to physically go to the place.
Yes.
And then so I have to get an appetizer and a combo,
Uh-huh.
and then I eat the all right, I'll just do one.
I'll
and
have
then,
lunch tomorrow.
and
That's
then
what
I
you
eat
always
the
say.
whole thing in one sitting. But that's not the whole pizza is more relatable, probably.
I know what you mean, though. I've done that too. I feel like that's less shame because I had a reason beyond my own gluttony to have to order that food. And then, of course, my gluttony took over and I just ate it all. With Chinese, I feel like I'm basically, I'll eat the whole thing, but in 2 segments. So I still feel like shit,
Oh.
but like an hour and a half later, I finish, the combo meal and then like the appetizer. And then I still feel like shit, but I'm like, at least there was a break,
Yeah.
And then I just blame the MSG.
I think what makes it worse for me is that I have no reason not to order less and just pick it up myself because I live on the 6th floor. I don't have this problem with the pizza delivery people. I have the DoorDash instructions. Dial this number,
Yeah.
and I will buzz you up. And they know what the fuck to do, but they like, I almost did the accent. But like, hey, I'm downstairs, and then like,
Hello, I'm
and I was like,
downstairs,
oh,
Dave.
here's what you do, and you're like, can you just come down and get it? Like, it's confusing. Like, you fucking probably invented that. But so the whole, I don't care. Once I'm on a level, I don't care about how far. It's vertically I care about
Right.
having to travel. But
Ascending
once,
and descending, right?
the bottom floor. If I've done the 6 flights of stairs, I don't care about where I have to fucking drive.
Okay, all right.
It's the 6th flight of stairs I don't want to do, and I have to do it regardless. So
Because
I might
the
as well
Uber
just
driver
go
won't do
fucking drive to the Chinese place and just order one meal.
Then you'd have at least gotten some exercise, a little bit to
Yeah.
counteract.
I don't have to. I can do a pint of soup instead of a quart because I don't have that minimum. Actually,
That's
you have
right.
to hit the $10 to get the credit
To
card
credit
there,
card. So
but
you
it's
gotta
like
get the quart of
15
soup
for
anyway.
delivery.
Okay, what's your soup? What's your Chinese soup?
I like to go back and forth. Because I go back and forth between egg drop and wonton, but a lot of places
Does the egg drop
mix
and
the two.
wonton?
Yeah. two in the two in the soup, two in the two
Yeah,
in the
two
dumpling.
soup. There we go. Yeah. Write that one down if your keyboard works.
What is Neil just
Neil's
copy and pasting?
Neil's doing some tech work back there.
He's just
I'm
copy
surprised
and
we didn't
pasting
get
every
distracted.
letter individually.
We're actually dialed in. We're too dialed in to be distracted by Neil right now because we're talking chips.
About food.
Yeah. I don't know what other shame, like specific
Sleeve
food
of
shame-
Oreos.
See, I don't have a real sweet tooth, which is surprising when you look at me. I occasionally will get high enough that I'll eat like too much, like candy now because of Halloween. I had extra Halloween candy, but very rarely.
Okay.
Only I have to be pretty fucking high to eat a lot of sweets. But I do feel like that would be a shitty feeling to eat the whole sleeve of Oreos.
I think so you don't have the pint of Ben and Jerry's in one sitting?
No,
either?
my girlfriend has that. That's I think her one. It would be ice cream. Like she'll eat, grab the pint,
Yeah.
just eat out of it. I've been there too. It's very easy when you have the pint of ice cream
So
and you're just
easy.
eating out of it.
I don't think I've ever put one back halfway.
I look like a guy who's plagued with that problem, but believe it or not, I'm not a pint of ice cream guy. So this is built on like starches.
That might be it for me because my body doesn't handle the dairy. So like, I'm reminded of the pint of Ben and Jerry's for days afterward.
Oh, right, yeah.
My stomach makes noises that sounds eerily similar to my neighbor flushing his toilet.
I haven't detoxed from cheese long enough to know if my digestion has a problem with it or not. I could just be in a constant state of like gastric distress, and I just perceive that as like the normal way of being, and I'm not getting off cheese long enough to find out.
It's only like so far it's because the pizza that doesn't do as much, but except if it's pepperoni pizza, that makes it feel like I'm being hollowed out from here to here.
Yeah, agita. Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, we fucking. What were we talking about? That we just did a fucking rank.
It start with Matt.
We just
did
did a
Matt
rank. We
Gates,
just did a rank bank. Yeah.
And much
Well,
like
look at
Matt
us.
Gates, and much like Matt Gates, we're slaves to our desires. We can't stop pursuing the things that we love, no matter how inappropriate they may be. He's How the Mighty Have Fallen. There was a time where that guy was in the conversation to be Speaker of the House. Now he's doing cameos.
Well, that's everybody's on Cameo. Even Trump is, right?
Is Trump on Cameo?
Everybody's on. No, I doubt Trump is.
I don't think Trump's on Cameo.
What do you think? I've never done Cameo. What are the general prices?
I think you get to set it. I
know
think you set it to
like-
be whatever you want. So I know, like, I remember the only time I ever looked into it is I fell down a rabbit hole to see what the Kill Tony stars made from Cameo, because they're all on Cameo.
So, like,
And I
not
remember
him.
it making me very mad because I was like, not that they charged it, but that people were paying it.
You're not talking about Tony himself, but like the
no,
regulars
the other
that
guys,
he has,
like the what's
the
his
Casey Rockets and the.
No, what's his face? The guy, he's got the beard and he screams a lot. William Montgomery. He does Cameo and he makes like the majority of his money doing it or something like that. And he charges like $100, $60 a Cameo, and he just is like does him, so he doesn't even give. He's like, hey, whatever, I don't fucking care. Happy birthday. And
That's
then he
how
just
I
charges.
would do it. Probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got it figured out. He's God bless him. You know, any way you can make money in this game. But it does seem like that's the only time I ever looked into Cameo.
Okay.
And it seemed like he doesn't do anything and he makes a bunch of money. I think they all do that, like Hans Kim and all the other ones. And so then I got really mad because you're telling me comedians are finding easier ways to make money, and I can't do that either. You know,
I know
they don't
we're
like that.
our like there's the Philly Comedy Network that like has the like booking opportunities,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
turning into like the whole. Hey, we need a cashier, need a bachelor's degree, need 25 years experience. I saw the one guy's like, oh, I got to do this show in New York. We can pay you $20. Must be a full-time comic. Not
Right.
like, dude, no full-time fucking
He's going to be working for $20. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even look at that shit. I did the
I
thing.
don't go to the page specifically, but
Yeah.
It
I did
pops
the
up.
thing. I did the thing, you know, the send out a billion messages thing, and it feels weird, and you're supposed to do it as a comic. All comics watching, do it. Don't listen to me. But if you do it a bunch and nobody responds, well, then I think you can stop.
well, yeah. People respond, but they don't have nice things to say.
Yeah. I get a lot of like theoretical future books. You know, schedule's looking a little tight, but you know, like we're maybe like 6 months out. I'll hit you up when we're booking for that period of the year. Okay.
I will see you never.
I'll see you. I'll run into you, in person in 8 months, and we'll both act like we never had this conversation.
There's the head tilt with the squinty eyes, like, do I know you?
Yeah,
Like-
do I know you? And then I have to admit, it's like, well, in those 8 months, I could have also reciprocated and put that person on my show, and I didn't. So there's this kind of look of like, okay, so you blew smoke up my ass about your show, but I also didn't put you on my show. Fair enough.
I try to blame you if we don't
That's
have
fine.
them on
Oh.
the podcast. Like, hey, it's not up to me.
This has been the sweetest part about this podcast, is that I could literally blame anybody who wanted to be on it and wasn't on you.
Yeah, it's a great deferment.
It was great. There was a guy threatening to shoot me, and I kept going, no, shoot Dave. It was
Akash?
Yeah. Yeah, you know who it was. Come on. Who else is going to
I
threaten
mean,
to
yeah,
shoot
he
me?
messaged me on Christmas. Yeah, he I'll just air all his. Yeah, he
Why
messaged
not?
me on like Christmas. This is like after we had Lakshmi on, because at first everyone was racist against Indians for not booking him, and then everybody started booking Lakshmi, and then it changed to you just want to laugh at Indians instead of with Indians.
Right. That's for our viewers at home. There is a comedian in the scene who is a he's a South Asian gentleman,
It's like
and
saying
he,
Beetlejuice 3 times, dude.
I only said his
We're
name
gonna
once.
get him on one of our last episodes. Zoom.
Yes.
Zoom. We're gonna Skype him in. We're not gonna. You don't want him in your house. I don't want him in my house. I understand.
Still gonna be a no for me, dog.
Wait, you're banishing us from?
Yeah, it's my network. I can choose.
That's
Absolutely,
fine.
I will not have any dealings with them.
I like that. I support that, actually.
I don't at all.
As much
No.
as I like the chaos. so our viewers at home should know that.
Thinking about taking our business elsewhere.
Yeah, to those that don't know the Philly comedy scene, I can explain it briefly. All comedy scenes, really. Open mics, anyone can sign up, so anyone does. And it doesn't necessarily mean people who are invested in stand-up comedy. A lot of times it's just the mentally ill or addicts who don't seem to be able to find friends on their own. And we all just kind of associate with them like coworkers, kind of, until they threaten to shoot you for not putting you on their podcast.
I didn't get threatened to get shot.
I wonder.
He
He kept threatening me to come down and fight him, and then he said when I did, he would shoot me. Which I was like, that's not really an incentive to get me to come down for an agreed upon. You know, like even if I was willing to fight, I'm an old man. But even if I was willing to fight a man, 10, 15 years my junior and strung out on cocaine, I would. I certainly wouldn't do it if he said he would shoot me if I came down. You know,
It really takes the spirit out of the fight.
it sure does.
It's like that movie. That's how that movie, The Bike Riders, ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was I remember it was a circular conversation because it was like, book me, no. All right, come down here to this address and fight me. No. If you do, I'm going to shoot you. Okay.
I was excited to get the message, though, because so many other bookers had shown me the screenshots of him talking about you book so much white mediocrity or whatever. And it's like, okay, how about Asian below mediocrity?
Yeah, but yeah, the Lakshmi thing is funny. Comics, it's all very tempting to blame your failures on everything but yourself. A lot of times it isn't your fault. Comedy's hard.
Yeah.
But be very careful not to blame your failure on your identity, just in case someone with that exact identity shows up and is actually really funny and everyone actually loves him because
He's
it kind
the
of
most
blows your
lovable
excuses right out of
fucking-
the water. Right.
Also,
Everyone loves
Take your
Lakshmi.
SSRIs, man.
Yes, right. That
Take
would
your
be,
SSRIs.
So even if I said it was going to be a gotcha style interview,
No,
because
you've already done enough. I'm not dealing with any more.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
we're all
that the
getting
reason
DMs.
that this fucking basement network is?
I love the fact that we're underground means it's less. I love it. What do you want to be on the top of a roof doing this?
A fucking
It's better for
penthouse?
sound.
Yeah, a penthouse fucking gives the aura of success.
You don't like walking upstairs, so
Yeah,
that
that's
means an
true.
elevator. What
Penthouse
do you?
is up a lot of
I
I
gotta
still
get-
have to walk upstairs when I leave here. I have to fucking
It's
do
12
an upward,
of them.
I have to do an upward hike to failure.
We have got 8
An Upward Hike
episodes.
to Failure
left.
was actually the working title of this
I'm
podcast.
gonna put. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying, yeah, I don't mind.
It's
nice-
going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare that won't be entertaining as much as you think it's going to be.
Yeah,
entertaining.
I will
think
agree.
it would be more entertaining.
He's not going to be.
I will
don't-
caution
We
you.
shouldn't
Neil
be
is
talking
right.
about this.
Neil is right. I'm not as afraid of Neil, but as Neil is obviously here. But
Afraid?
we're also not at my address. So,
That's why I said Skype.
but I will say this: that's the type of thing you only fuck around with. It's fun for like the first 10 minutes, and then very quickly it's like, oh, my commitment to the bit is not nearly as strong as this person's commitment to mental illness. And the mental illness eventually overwhelms all irony and fun that you could possibly have with it. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, but I also believe that Neil has access to a red circular button underneath the video portion that if we get tired of it, we can just say, okay, well,
And it's a
I
live.
think we
pod-
squeezed everything we could out of that.
No, I
curry.
agree. I
or-
agree. Given his
Did
penchant,
nothing happen last week?
no,
Why
we'll
are
talk
we
about it. But given
Sorry.
that gentleman's penchant for saying racial slurs of races that he does not belong to. I do agree with Neil. In fact, he
Are we
was
accountable for that?
Yes.
If it's live, if it's
Yeah.
live,
What are you talking about?
and
We
we
managed-
don't edit it out. If we pre-recorded it and didn't like
Okay, yeah.
Haruga it, but like.
Well,
If
listen,
it's
okay, now
live-
hold on. Listen, we're going to Aruga every time he says the N-word, because if that's the case, I'm listening.
Aruga.
I'm back in, yeah.
I'm a little bit back in now too. I'll be
That
honest.
just sounds great.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
got a plan.
Still not happening. But
That's
that's
all
fine.
right. All right. That would definitely be, here's a great transition. That would definitely be a mistaken DEI booking right there.
Oh man.
How about that? I just segued into your topic for this week. You want to?
Yeah, no, I just now that Trump's president or elect, I've seen like a lot of companies are saying that they are going to roll back their DEI policies or
That's right.
whatever. And the one that caught my eye today was that Walmart said it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I've seen the white people that work at Walmart before. Is this the best and brightest that?
Yeah. It kind of feels like Walmart was already against DEI. They're like, oh man, you can't stand up, open your eyes, or speak, but you're an old white person. You are hired. Get in front of this door and start blocking people.
Is that the greeter?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the ageism is what they were talking about in their DEI, then
Right.
get like a hot Scandinavian bitch or whatever to stand and greet me at the door.
Yeah, I hope for their sake that DEI doesn't also cover teeth. Because if you can discriminate based on teeth, Walmart's in for a tough time.
Yes.
Just regardless of skin color, teeth count. Teeth count is what I think.
Yeah. I don't even know how many you're supposed to have. 48?
What are you, a fucking shark?
Wait.
It's like 32, right? Yeah.
All right, I'm not so far off.
48. That's like almost like a whole other row of teeth.
I'm feeling around with my tongue now.
Yeah, right. Maybe you have.
I do. No, I've heard I have a fucking structurally perfect jaw, so I think 48's right.
Okay, yeah, sure, 48 teeth. If you had 48 teeth, you would look like Ezekiel Elliott. You'd have like big, like chipmunk cheeks.
I don't see. Yeah, I mean, we're both humans.
Or like Freddie Mercury. I could believe that he had 48 teeth.
No, his teeth were fucking huge. He probably had less, right?
Oh, yeah, he had horse teeth. You're right. He probably had like 4 teeth in his whole mouth.
That's right. 4 good ones, though.
Just 4 resonant, harmonious teeth. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, DEI, man. It's going away. What do you think
I think
about
the
that,
dumbest thing that we ever did was with DEI was abbreviate it. I think we should have just kept using the words, because when you made it DEI, that mean you just made it its own little buzzwords that people could take and then reinvent to mean anything that they want.
Yeah.
I realized that during the Dr. Phil speech at the Trump rally,
Yeah.
when he's like, America wasn't built on DEI. It's like, if he had to say the words, he would have sounded like a fucking sociopath.
Yeah,
America wasn't built on diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah.
The
They're-
fuck?
Yeah, it's the same thing with Antifa. They're like, bad move by them to take that name or to let them put
Yeah.
it on, because like it's very easy to get up and be like, we must destroy Antifa, but it's hard to be like, we must destroy the anti-fascist coalition.
True, yeah.
It's like, ooh, you sound like the fascists now, But if anyone can destroy Antifa, that sounds like a
I know.
germ or something.
You got to stop trying to fucking make everything sound cute.
Yeah.
Make it fucking a thing.
ACAB,
All
right?
that's right.
We had fuck the police. I know I sound like an old man, but fuck the police was so much better than ACAB.
It's true. I agree, yeah. It's
Because
just
fuck the
getting
police,
cute.
everyone can get behind. Like, all cops are bad or all cops are bastards or whatever. It's like, people go, oh, my cousin's a cop. He's not so bad. But if you're like, yeah, fuck your cousin, you're like, yeah, fuck my cousin.
I
Yeah,
mean,
fuck
even
him.
if you like cops, it still has a fucking killer hook. Like,
yeah, fuck the police. Yeah.
like, it's just a good song.
It is.
There's no
There's no good ACAB song.
ACAB,
Yeah, it's not-
crazy motherfucker.
right. Yeah. It just doesn't really roll off the tongue. So we
I
had
mean, I'm also not a a rapsmith, as if you will.
Sure. You're a great Jewish athlete, not one of the great Jewish rappers.
That's right.
That's unfortunately one of your limitations.
Modest Yahoo. He's the only Jewish rapper, right?
Lil Dicky, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's I know he has a television show. I didn't know there was a
yeah.
rap career attached to it.
He's
I don't know who
joke,
these kids are anymore.
He is a joke rapper. He tells joke raps. He never approached it as a comedian. Like, he never did it via stand-up. He just said, I'm going to rap,
So
but I'm going to be a jokey guy.
like a Weird Al rap
Yeah,
thing?
kind of like Weird Al. It's a
Does
little less parody. Like, he's actually trying to, like, write songs, but the lyrics are stupid. It's about how he has a tiny penis and how he's a lame nerd from Cheltenham and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it worth a listen?
I don't know.
That's not a ringing endorsement.
I don't know.
no.
I mean, I don't know. He's all right. As a novelty. I think it's worth a listen. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how, like, I would be weirded out by someone who's like, fucking Little Dicky, I bumped that shit. I'd be like, all right. Be like bumping Weird Al. But, Weird Al's good too, so.
Yeah, we never like the whole Kendrick thing rolled out this past weekend, and it was a thing. Our Little Dicky and Weird Al, they're never gonna be
Gonna have, like, a
yo, it fucking dropped, fire.
I don't know. It'd be like a They Not Like Us with the accordion.
Well, They Not Like Us. Is that part of the new album, or is it that was just a spontaneous thing?
That was just diss tracks. I don't think that. Although I think.
Well, do they make it onto the thing?
When they're, I don't know. Normally not, but like if it's They Not Like Us is such a hit. Like,
I've
it's
never actually heard it. I know
really.
I don't.
You went. It was so ubiquitous for like a couple of weeks. I figure.
I'm
you
out of
would
the
have had
fucking
to.
loop on lots of things.
Yeah.
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 If I see it trending, I go the other direction. I didn't watch a fucking second of Jake Paul and Tyson.
Oh yeah,
fucking-
neither did I. I skipped that one. Listen, it's all right. I think it's a little overrated, but then again, who am I to really criticize
You're not
hip-hop?
You're not a rap smith
I'm
either.
not much of a rap smith. No, I look like that guy that did that song on the banjo. Yeah, remember that guy? He played the banjo. I forget his name.
I'm aware he exists.
Yeah, he had
He never had a
his
name
like
to
2
me.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name either. He's like eating fudge rounds. I forget his name.
All right, I actually have no idea what you're talking about.
The fucking banjo guy in the woods. He was famous for like 2 weeks.
I was
don't
just
know, I can't-
picturing a guy that would like do banjo covers of rap songs.
Steve Martin?
No.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, he had the
I
arrow
would
through
never
his
compare
head.
myself to Steve Martin. No, this was like a year or two ago. It was some guy with a big red beard. He was like playing banjo in the mountains, and all the conservatives loved him. And he did the whole like Rogan tour. I don't know. Yeah, type in beard banjo.
Beard.
He sang about like people on welfare.
If you don't have a beard when you're playing banjo, then you're a fucking frog. That's the only other.
I could see like a guy who looked like a bird and wore like overalls and no beard.
I'm picturing
could get-
accordion in that guy's hand. You
I
gave me
think
a
I found
face,
it.
and I put an accordion in that guy's hands.
Yeah, I'm talking about. He's got like a big red beard and he plays banjo. I know. I'll keep saying the same thing. There's
I
really
know.
not much to this guy.
Yeah, I feel you.
Bear hugger from Super Punch Out.
I don't
Doing
know.
a
All
little
right,
searching. Young guy, old guy.
Young guy.
Young guy. Yeah, I think I got him.
And he sings like this. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
If we get this guy just one view, it was.
He
worth
doesn't
it.
need it.
Well,
He
I mean,
doesn't
everything
need it.
on there is just like guy red beard. Like it does say.
Guy Redbeard.
Guy
Rich-
Redbeard.
All right,
yeah,
that is his
Guy
official
Redbeard is
name.
a good.
I
Guy
actually think it
Redbeard.
kind of rolls
That's
off.
a,
the
I think I
tongue
have a
pretty
new
well.
comedy name. a
Is
new
this the
nominated name.
guy? Let's see if this is.
We don't have access to your screen.
Oh,
I
yeah, I can't see. So
give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm. You know.
yes, it's
Dave.
This guy,
Oh, okay.
I
Oliver
would
Anthony. Yes.
love to have a conversation about you, but everything I have to do back here, and really for you to understand.
I mean, at this point,
I'm
what
trying to
is-
keep notes. I'm trying to look up stories, but this is the guy.
You found him. Yeah, I'll give you
Yeah,
that. You found
He's a
Oliver
young dude.
Anthony.
He looks like a comic we know.
He looks like a lot of comics. He looks
Yeah, he
like
does,
half of
doesn't
an
he?
open mic
He
list right
does.
there. There's
He
nothing you
absolutely
can do.
does. Here,
And
you-
he'd pull out the banjo
If I find him
guitar,
on
and everyone's
TikTok-
like, "Oh fuck, it's some
Do
fucking."
you want to listen to
musical
him?
comedian."
No.
Okay.
Not particularly.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't mean. I know you do a lot of stuff back there.
No, I don't think you believe that.
I feel like that feels condescending.
Rich men north of
Richmond.
Richmond, baby. There he
Yeah.
is, Oliver Anthony.
Yep. And then he, the conservatives loved him for like a couple of weeks, and then I think he said something that was
Progressive?
that was not Fox News approved. And then he was like, "But guys, I'm just like you.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, you drank a Bud Light before we said it was okay
Right.
for you to drink Bud Light again or whatever the hell he did.
Yeah, because
And then he had to leave.
Bud Light tried to roll it back with Gillis, and
Yeah.
they released the first Gillis commercial, I guess.
Yeah, I
And,
missed it.
And John Del Colo was in it too, another local Philly guy.
Oh,
He was
really?
on Little Stinkers with Matera
That's
and
cool.
Mike Rainey.
John's a great
But
guy.
I read the comments and they're like, too late, Bud Light. People are fucking
pissed
pissed
at Bud
about.
Light.
I know it's
Like,
ridiculous.
get over it. It's a fucking. I didn't know commercials mattered ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm wired differently. Like, I care about the product more, and
yeah.
Bud Light is piss water. But if it was good beer, I would fucking keep drinking
Yeah,
it.
I still eat at Chick-fil-A, and they like sponsor ISIS or something. I don't exactly know what the fuck they do, but it's
Yeah.
pretty bad. And as I understand, I don't know what they do, so who knows how bad it is. But as I understand it, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you know, I managed to overcome that. Why
If
can't
it-
they overcome the one trans woman that drank a Bud Light? It
I
wasn't even
know.
as if it wasn't like they were like saying like, you know, Bud Light the official trans beer or
I know.
anything. They just I don't know.
Fucking the beer I drink most is Yingling. If they came out of the commercials like, enjoy a Yingling while imagining a racially pure Europe, I'd be like, it's a It's hey, they've already already drawn me, and commercials are for new customers.
You would be like one
Yeah.
step ahead of you, Yingling.
What do I care about Europe?
Yingling is famously pro-Trump. I don't
Yeah.
know if they
Yeah.
believe in
Couldn't
racial
get it in
purity.
New York City. I didn't know Trump had anything to do with it. And I was in New York. I was like, you guys don't know bar had it. And I was like,
Yep.
what's going on?
Oh, I
And
thought it
they-
was an East Coast. I know it's not. It's not in the West Coast at all.
No.
No. It's at East Coast, Pennsylvania.
They got
yeah.
Fat Tire for that. If you're out that fat,
Fat
that's
Tire's
what
out
because
there.
they had I had a Philadelphia bartender.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, try
The
this.
furthest Yingling goes out is Vegas. I happen to know a friend of mine's dad is like a purchaser for casinos, and he would buy Yingling, and then he would drive a case over to us when I lived in
But if
LA.
you remember what you drank in Vegas, you're a pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
It should all just be one blackout.
Yeah, you should just be getting well drinks delivered to you all night. You shouldn't be requesting a beer.
Something about that air. You don't even need normal sleep in Vegas. You power nap only in Vegas, and then you get right back up and start fucking drinking by the pool.
That's right.
You didn't pass out by the pool and wake up looking like a tomato because it's 113 degrees out there. You fucked up Vegas.
I wouldn't know. I never got to the pool.
I
Stayed on the casino floor for a week.
my flight got delayed so many times that like we didn't get there till like 1 a.m, and then like the group I showed up with all went up to like the hotel, and I just found a group of strangers, and everybody was a stranger, so it was like
okay.
an entire group just comprised of a bunch of people that straggled off their
Random
group,
people.
and then I drank for 12 hours straight. And then I was about to go up to the hotel, and then I saw my people coming
Waking
down.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll go to the pool. And then I just fucking passed out on a lawn chair. They're like, do you want sunscreen? I'm like, no, I'm fucking Italian. And I was walking around like a cripple for the rest of the trip because my legs were just fucking exactly red.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucked up, buddy.
No, I didn't. I did Vegas
did it right?
Yeah. I
That's
woke
okay.
up like Doug in The Hangover.
Yeah.
That's
that
called
is-
doing Vegas right.
Okay.
Before
I
The
wouldn't know.
Hangover ever fucking came out.
I saw like Cirque du Soleil and stuff when I went to Vegas, so I did
can
it.
see
I
that
did it
anywhere.
I did it like a retiree. I saw. Oh, it was lovely.
Well, you went like this past year, right?
Yeah.
You're basically a retiree. We're 40. I don't know. I couldn't.
I'm on my way.
I went when I was 23.
I'm on my way.
When I
I'm
could
pretty
live
happy
life.
though. I was, but my dad was like an authoritarian when it came to vacations. When I was a kid, we'd go to an amusement park. We would show up when the doors, like when the gates opened. We would stay there until closing, and we would have to ride everything because my dad was so cheap. He was like, "We're getting our money's worth."
Did he
We're-
have an itinerary?
Not written out, but like he was like a slave driver. Like he would like if we wanted to stop and enjoy like
the
lunch,
weirdest
and
way
we
to
were
the weirdest context for slave driver.
Yeah.
He forced us to go on roller coasters.
Listen,
and
I
teacups.
feel like you should be able to say like so and so. My boss is a real slave driver. With people be like, "Oh, really? Was he putting you on a ship and shit?" No, but he was
I'm not-
fucking being an
I'm
asshole.
not talking about work is a different thing than fun.
No,
A
that's the thing.
a
With
fun
my dad,
slave driver.
with my dad, it was not. It was we must go, keep going, like no resting. I want to ride this ride again. Not until we've ridden everything else once. then you can go and ride the thing you want again. It was like, my dad was like pathological about it, to the point where like I have to deprogram myself in my adulthood. So we went to Vegas, me and my girlfriend, and we had gone to the Dominican Republic the year before, and that was her idea, and it was like an all-inclusive resort. It was a lot of drinking, sleeping, relaxing. And this was like the vacation that I wanted, to go to Vegas. So like I planned out everything, and at the end of it, she was like, hey, maybe next time we go on vacation, we can like relax. Because like I thought we were taking like a nice, luxurious vacation. And she was like, look at your like iPhone and like how much we walked. And I was like, yeah, we walked like 8 miles a day. It's not a big deal. And she's like, yeah.
And
like,
you did that sober?
Yeah, blisters all over
Never.
me. Well, not sober. You know, we were getting drinks along the way. Yeah.
Your foot blisters don't care about your BAC.
Exactly.
They'll come in regardless.
Oh, right. I know. And I was drinking, so the blisters felt okay. You know, it was great. But I realized the Vegas trip was when I realized, like, okay, I have to dial it back when I'm on vacation. I got to relax a little more.
Well, yeah. I mean, because you can't plan like you'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go to the pool bar for 20 minutes, because you know once you're in that fucking pool bar, you are there.
Yeah, that was the Dominican Republic. It was pool bars and shit. You can't plan anything after that.
Oh,
you swim up to that bar, that's your fucking day. You might swim away and do something else eventually, but you can't plan on it.
Find a less crowded place and pee in the pool, and then go back
or
up.
Fall
You're not
asleep.
don't pee near the fucking alcohol. You
No, you got to swim away.
You give yourself 20 feet. You pee 20 feet from the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's hygienic.
So you make sure that the current is flowing away as well. You go to where the current, don't have it where
I'm
the
not a
current's flowing
scientist.
back
I'm
to
not
the bar.
measuring the current.
You can see it.
I'll do feet. Or whatever measurement they have in Punta Cana.
I was too paranoid that they had that stuff in the pool that will like turn into like, you know, green cloud or whatever when you pee.
That's why you get to
So
get so drunk you're not fucking conscious about that.
Yeah. Well, they had I'll tell you what, we were at at this resort that we were at, they had like a foam party, which I guess is like common for these kind of resorts, where they have like foam machines and they blow foam out onto like one of the pools, and everyone like kind of hangs out. It's near one of the bars. It was fun. It was a little confusing, but towards the end, I like looked over and there were two people just straight up having sex in a public pool at like 5 p.m, sun up, like. But they think that there's foam around, and it's like those people are just straight up fucking. And it was two people that did not know each other, and
you could probably do it unprotected. I think chlorine works like just like
so?
that too. Yeah,
you think so? I don't know.
From what I've heard,
it was.
I've just made up.
And it was the term. I don't know if you ever heard the term bumping uglies, but
Love the
it was
term bumping
uglies in every sense of the word. Everything they could have bumped was ugly.
Yeah, but two ugly people. I don't know. For some reason, two ugly people finding each other is cute.
In
it's
a foam
like two
party,
uglies,
you like that?
Two uglies make it cute. No, not in a fun. Just
Ugly
in
in
general.
public, though. No, in flagrante, as they say. No, I don't think so.
Hot people should only have the benefit.
It's
of
disturbing no matter who's
public
fucking in public. But at least if you're hot and fucking in public, there's a little bit of like, okay, there you go. You know, if you got it, flaunt it.
That's
There's two
just
ugly
drawing
people
attention
having
to
sex
yourself.
in a public pool. Go inside. This is all inclusive. You have
This is-
rooms. Go have sex in your ugly little room.
No, I'm all about DEI fucking,
Okay.
DEI public fucking.
All right.
Uglies and hotties should be able to fuck in the same spaces.
Equally.
Yeah.
This is weird coming from you, like a guy who doesn't even like to share a row in a movie theater with somebody.
I'm not fucking anyone in public. I'm just respecting. I mean, I'm way too I can't do it with I'm just not rising to the occasion.
I would never be able to do that. It's too scary. It's like too like. It's like I would be like, oh, this is the day that I go on the sex offender registry. Like it's still a sex offense, even if you're just having regular old bumping uglies in public. So,
no, but I'm happy for them.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
care about
like,
two hot people fucking each other. Like that's so boring.
You can
to
get
me.
you can catch charges joining the Mile High Club now.
I thought you always could.
Yeah, but I always thought back in the day they kind of like looked the other way on it. You know
Fucking
what I mean?
9/11 ruined everything.
I'll tell you what. We used to think an ocean could protect us.
Man, that was like the 69/11.
69/11. It's a shame that they didn't make that video. It's like porn showed a lot of care towards the victims of 9/11 that they never did that.
Would that be an interracial movie, or where would you where would
Could
the
get Mia
perspec-
Khalifa in for a good role there. You could bring her out of
It's true.
retirement.
She's pretty vocal about a lot of that stuff too.
And vocal is what you want in a movie like this.
Yeah, what perspective would you tell the 9/11 porn parody from? Would it be in the towers, on the plane?
Oh, that's a
switching?
good question. I think you would have to be on the plane, and I think you would have to.
Oh, like when they'd have it at the airport. Like, how could these two TSA agents get distracted?
They are
while
having
people just fucking
sex.
walk on through the line.
Right.
They're
One of the
fucking.
hijackers has sex with the TSA agent and distracts them while the other people sneak in. I like that. I mean, the two towers right there, you have your DP scene
That's
taken
true.
care of. Right?
My God, I know exactly what I'm doing the second we're done with this podcast. I'm getting on the old Celtex.
Yeah. Gonna take a look at that. All right. Well, I think we found our next move. You know, after this podcast, we're going to make 6911, everybody.
Speaking of movies,
And hopefully people sing during this
Oh,
one.
there you
Yeah,
go.
we were on the same page on this segue. My topic for the day, something that this week really interests me. Movie theaters across the country are putting out disclaimers, warnings, reminding customers that just because they're seeing the movie Wicked does not mean they can sing in the movie theater along with Wicked. And I wanted to bring this up to you, Dave, because you're a man that has very strong opinions about movie
what goes
theater
on in the movie
etiquette.
theater?
Now I know you probably would never see Wicked, at least not in the theater. Doesn't really seem like it's your. Even with a beard, I don't think you would go to see Wicked.
I mean, I did see Barbie. If
Barbie's
a movie
different,
gets good, if a movie gets high enough acclaim, I'll be interested.
Okay. You think you're
And
going to go
this-
see Wicked?
Probably not.
Okay.
I might watch it on TV. I don't
Yeah.
think this but mainly because I don't want to fucking hear people singing
Yeah.
when I'm trying to hear professional singers sing.
Right.
If that's what Ariana Grande is, I don't actually know any of her music.
Yeah, I mean, it's as
She's a pop star, so I don't
Yeah.
know how much of it is actual talent or, she's just a manufactured thing.
I have to give her credit. I saw her in a couple things like promoting this. Like she was on SNL. She was on some stuff. I'm not a huge fan of her music, but she's really funny. All that training she got on those Dan Schneider shows actually paid off because she's real. Like her SNL thing was funny, and because of
So
her,
good trade-off, you're saying.
yeah, right. They were definitely funny and not around her. Like she was like delivering punchlines and like being really funny. Same thing in the movie. Like she's like the
Oh, you've seen
basically
it.
the yeah. My girlfriend is a musical theater nerd, so we went to see it opening weekend. I would not have seen it otherwise, but I was glad I did. It was fun,
Okay.
interesting, and like Ariana Grande is like the comic relief of the movie.
Yeah.
So
You've seen it too?
No, but I'll probably end up seeing it because the performance from Cynthia Erivo was like
Erivo.
apparently astonishing.
she's really good.
Yeah,
And,
she's a very good
I
singer.
mean,
See,
I
he has
know
a
she can sing.
He has a
She's-
girlfriend, so he has to go see
She
it. That's
sang
the
in
rules.
other things. I've seen her sing. I know she can sing.
I
Who?
see. I never saw her in anything. I guess she was in the Color
Bad
Purple.
Times at the El Royale or whatever. She was
Oh,
like
that
a
was her?
professional singer in that. That's the first time I've seen her. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was her. I get because this time she's green, I suppose. But and in like
So
a
you
witch
do
hat.
see-
She was in The Outsiders. Yep, Bad Times at the El Royale.
That was a good movie. That's right.
Pinocchio. She was in Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. She just does all those fucking.
But yeah,
Oh, she was Harriet too.
singing along.
She was Harriet.
Oh,
Harriet
okay.
Tubman.
There you go.
Singing along with shit at a live show is to like feed energy to the performers, but they've already recorded it.
Right.
They're not
They're
there.
not, and they're not in
Yeah.
the room. It's not like you're at con or something and they're sitting.
Exactly.
in the
Same
seats with
reason
you.
I fucking sit at a movie theater and hear these mongrels clapping. It's
That
like,
happened.
Who the fuck are you doing? Like,
Nobody sang during ours, which I was sad to see because I like chaos and disruption, and it wasn't like I was dedicated seeing this movie.
for $13 a ticket, though, get the fuck out of here.
But they clapped at the end, and I had to have that moment of like, okay, there's no reason for me to be mad at other people. It's actually detracting
Yeah.
from my life to be mad at them. But like, I had that moment where I was like, guys, do you understand the function of like what we're doing here? Like you said,
It just
nobody.
yeah.
Who are you clapping for?
Yeah.
it
It is
gives
fun.
you so much like just the direction we're headed in as a country. Like, wow, so many people are just fucking meat working on a fucking processing plant line or whatever. Like these people.
People are just desperate for like a community. I think that's what I got from the clapping is people were like, look, it's opening weekend, so everyone must be a nerd
You
like
think it was
me.
one dipshit and a bunch of people trying to fit in?
No, it's
Oh.
they're all dipshits is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And they're
One
trying
stupid dipshit and other
yes.
acceptance dipshits.
Yeah, I would say yeah, they're all dipshits, but then you're on the insecure
Yeah, okay.
spectrum.
What do you think the ratio of stupid dipshits to insecure dipshits
Just
is?
listen to
It's
who's
just-
clapping. You just listen to who's clapping, Dave.
Yeah, I'm saying some of the clappers are stupid.
I think all the
dipshits.
clappers are
Okay.
dipshits.
Okay, yeah.
In a movie, I
We're
think all the clappers are dipshits.
We're categorizing our dipshits.
Yes.
And we're dipshits. We're
I'm
fucking
also a dipshit. I was there
sour,
in the movie.
cynical dipshits that just sit there. Oh, look at these dipshits clapping.
Right.
We're dipshits too.
It's one of
Everybody's
the,
a dipshit.
It's one of the worst dipshitteries you can be involved in.
Yeah.
The hating other people's joy. Just they're clapping. Who cares? You know, does that hurt? Nobody, but I don't like it.
It hurts
I'm
the
a dipshit.
cynical dipshits.
Yes, I'm a cynical dipshit, which was also a working title of this podcast. But yeah, I would not. I'm not so. I'm not going to police my cynicism so hard that I'm going to say it's okay to sing during a movie, though. Like you said, you're not unless it was Cynthia Erivo and she got up and was like, "Ooh, ah," I would be like, "That's amazing."
No, you
But,
already
like-
did your fucking part.
So just yeah. Sorry. It is wild because it's like I didn't realize this. It's like the longest running show on Broadway,
Right.
which is wild because it's not that it's not
not
as
that
old.
old.
Cats was like it's like the
Yeah.
only one, but that's how popular it's been since it came out.
Right.
That it's so long. So they're like, we should definitely make a movie and make more money because everyone wants to see it.
Right. And
So,
they
right.
They said, why stop at one when we can make
Right.
two?
Oh.
That's the other thing. It's a to be continued.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
yeah, Wicked 2 is coming.
Is Wicked 2 is the second half of a play,
play.
that's already been.
Yeah, basically
Okay.
they stopped the first movie at what intermission would be. So
Does
Yeah.
intermission end on? I never even knew this. See, that would piss me off. Then, I fucking hate seeing a movie and not Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a part 1 of 2,
Right.
and that shit.
it makes me mad. I was prepped for this one being a part 1, but yeah, I still didn't like it. I say, just make the 3-hour movie and make it one movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess
You
I
gotta
haven't seen
think
the
of
second one, so I don't know.
14-year-old girls, I guess, and that's who.
The funny thing my girlfriend told me is that because this is only a live play and the second one doesn't come out for another year, they filmed it all. I believe it's all edited. They're just waiting a year for money. The people that watched the first one and really liked the plot, which I got to admit, the plot was better than I expected. I am interested to see what happens in the second movie, but some people are so dialed in that they want to watch the play, but you can't do it anywhere because they don't have it recorded like Hamilton or anything like that. So it's illegally bootlegged, recorded on YouTube under the title, and this is a little service I can do for the viewers here, titled Wicked Slime Tutorial. So for some reason, they call it a slime tutorial. I don't know what that means, but if you look up Wicked
Man.
Slime Tutorial, you will get a bootleg recorded version of the play, and you'll be able to find out what happens.
Sounds like Ariana can't escape her Nickelodeon past or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
It may be that. It may be slime related. The man that I was shocked that the man that she left her husband for is in the movie. He plays a little dipshit,
Wait. Oh.
a little
I
munchkin.
don't know. I know she.
Do you not
was-
know this story? So
I
Ariana
don't know.
Grande.
I don't get involved in these people's lives. It's
That was
so
like that.
fucking
we
weird.
just
Yeah.
do a pop culture weekly podcast.
Yeah, but
for 2 years.
the stuff that they put out, like, there's the product and then there's the person.
Yeah.
I consume products.
Okay, that's fair. So you don't know. I think
have
it was
no idea.
last year when they were filming this movie. She had a husband. I believe they were married, and she cheated on him with a married man who plays SpongeBob in the SpongeBob musical. There's a SpongeBob musical, and
I did not know.
there's
that
a guy who you would look at and you'd go, yes, you. If I found a man that I would make SpongeBob, it's you. Imagine that man. She broke up her whole family and his whole family to be with a man that looks like a more skinny SpongeBob.
I've never watched okay, but his face is SpongeBob?
Yes.
Or is he just got like a square
No, he's
head?
not square himself. He's man-shaped. But
He's man-shaped.
if you were to go, who can I put in like a boxy costume, and I just see his face, and I go, you are a fucking spongy little dipshit. That's gonna be the word.
He's
of the
another
day.
dipshit.
Yeah, I that's my favorite word, by the way. That's the word that got me kicked
Yeah.
off Twitter. If you call 50 or 100 people dipshits,
Well, if
you
you're
get
the kind of
kicked
dipshits that fucking pop stars, then you're winning dipshittery.
I feel like just okay dipshit is the perfect response to anyone you don't want to talk to. It gets them out of your way. It says, I don't respect you, and I'm just going to acknowledge you. Okay, dipshit. And you just move on.
Yeah.
But you can't do that on
There's
social
no
media.
racial or sexual connotation to it.
No, it's and it's not even like dicey like mongrel where they have to decide what did he mean by that.
I know mongrel's bad.
Dipshit's an immediate disrespect, but it's like on the grandfather scale of disrespect. So it's like, like beat it, dipshit. Like it goes with stuff like that. So
Yeah,
tell your story, walking dipshit. Like that's all. It's all good shit.
I am always looking for that golden word that I can't. that I have to replace other words.
I saw a TikTok thing recently with a black guy, and he was breaking down his favorite white terms. And this guy had an ear for it because he was bringing up terms. I was like, "Oh, I got to work that into my repertoire." Like the one he said that I really liked is, "I don't give a rat's ass."
Oh yeah.
God, that's good.
Oh, rat's ass
Yeah.
is great.
I don't
yeah.
give a
It's a
rat's ass.
favor.
Like I got to
Yeah.
work that back into my
It's a favor. It's a
classic.
repertoire. Yeah, I haven't said it.
I haven't said humdinger in a bit.
Ooh, humdinger's
Humdinger,
good.
I missed.
Oh yeah.
That's not insulting enough to anyone.
No, it's not insulting.
I've been a big fan of a good oh boy. Just oh boy.
Oh,
You
oh
know what
boy.
I mean, you can just slip it in anywhere. Like, oh, you're going to see. You said you might make Gladiator 2 after this. Oh boy, that's
Ooh,
fun.
that could be fun.
Yeah, the oh boy. You know.
You ready to hit it?
Is that
Let's
what,
hit it.
yeah,
Oh, here's a oh.
let's hit it.
Let's
Oh, oh boy.
shoot the shit. Here's talking news. Talking news. We're here to shoot the shit. Talking news. Hey, it's the news section of the podcast. We got here fast today. I guess as we talk about food and chips and stuff, and time flies.
I know.
But now we're talking news, and as you guys know, Dave and I have written 12 jokes about the news this week. Somebody said a very nice thing to say about our podcast. They said, you guys do a podcast and you actually do jokes, which is a pretty rare thing. And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you're right.
Name names.
Most comics
No.
don't. Well, the very funny Will Craig said that, who's going to be on my animated show. That's later on in
Oh
the
yeah, I
episode.
never
We talk
talked about.
that
I saw.
stuff.
I saw about the one of the shows we were on, but I didn't get the chance to speak to him. But he was funny.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. But anyway, yes, we are one of the few podcasts that actually tells jokes. We have comedians on, and we tell fucking jokes. We tell so many jokes. Our producer Neil actually has a couple news jokes for us. This week he'll be joining us. Dave, me, Neil, we don't know what we wrote. We don't read each other's shit.
I don't even know what I wrote.
I barely did. It says, look at this. It's all chicken scratch for me. But if we tell a joke on the same subject, we're going to have a joke off. There was a
Oh.
sound. There's a
We're
sound
doing
somewhere.
great.
We're going to
We're
have a
doing
joke
sound
off.
somewhere. Pretend everybody that went in there.
Joke off.
Sorry, we know you have a lot to do back there.
I'm really not doing well today, guys. I'm not doing well. I gotta
He
be
ate a whole
honest with you.
pizza. Give him a break.
Yeah.
He's
I
having
ate an entire
tough week.
pizza. I had a
tried to-
humdinger of a day.
Oh,
He tried to squeeze
boy,
sympathy
howdy.
out of me, and it
Yeah.
only backfired on him.
I just been. I'm only one man.
There is no sympathy. That
I know.
fucking well is dry.
All right, I have to finish
Love
my public service
you do.
announcement here. The joke off, which we normally have a crazy sound effect for, means that Dave and I were
Combo breaker.
yeah, blah, blah, joke off. We'll be joking each other off if it happens. Some weeks it never happens. But if we joke each other off, you guys, the viewers at home, will be the ones to decide. Just comment in the chat or in the message on the video, and we will treat it about as seriously as your vote gets counted anywhere else.
Electoral system.
Yes, we will send it to our own duly elected representatives who will vote how we want them to. Dave, would you like to go first?
Sure. NFL has no issue with Trump dance celebrations amid recent trend. Their rationale? Honestly, this is only a problem if we see a surge of touchdowns scored by white people coming.
Hey, that lad McConkey's looking pretty good.
I got his quarterback, so I like him.
Yeah, I saw him last night, and I was like, damn, he's really good. He's like the perfect like Trump player. He's a white kid. He's a receiver. His name is Lad.
I know. I looked it up to see if that was a nickname. That's his fucking name.
It was like he was. It was like he was made in a lab run by Hitler. Okay. Matt Gaetz says he is withdrawing from the Attorney General nomination after realizing he and Trump were not on the same page when Trump asked Gaetz to spend his entire term meddling with a series of illegal briefs.
Weird.
See, briefs being law, but
and
also
underwears.
Right, you
yeah,
get it.
I
you
know
understand.
words.
Yeah, thank you. It's a little
I could
play
get
on words.
I could get into a fucking long conversation about underwear too.
I
on
wrote
this
some
show.
smart ones because I thought Brian Isley was going to be here. You know, Mr.
We'll
Mr.
get it.
Author.
We had
Oh,
to
we
schedule.
didn't.
He'll be here next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
I read his book. We're gonna have a fucking civil discussion next week. We're gonna have a broed out book club. Or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah.
Broed Out Book Club. I like that.
Do you want me to throw? I only have 3.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
You want
Neil,
to throw
go
in?
ahead.
2 undersea internet cables connecting Finland and Sweden to Europe have been cut. EU leaders suspect sabotage. Russia is highly suspected. Vladimir Putin responded, "Come on, bro, this is crazy. You think it was me? I told you, you not to pick Comcast. Come on, bro." Stupid.
I like that you're Vladimir Putin. It seems like he's going to sell me a cell
Eastern
phone.
Bloc.
He's cornered me at the mall.
I don't like to
and
give
he's-
him any regalness at all.
He's wearing
Yeah.
a tracksuit, of course,
Has
and
to.
some Dracar Noir, and he's going to sell me cell phone covers.
Naturally.
All right.
That was good. Thank you,
We
Neil.
got 2 more of those.
They're
I know
all
it.
just an excuse to
They're
do
all
that.
that just because I'm just doing Putin the whole time. Really working on it.
All right. Netflix subscribers sue company over poor quality of Tyson versus Paul fight. And those were the ones that didn't experience buffering issues.
Subject so nice, I address it twice. After withdrawing from Attorney General, Matt Gaetz says he is not returning to Congress. Instead, his focus will be on his next career, television producer for Nickelodeon comedy series.
There we go.
Flew
All right,
close
Neil,
to the
lay
sun.
number 2 on us.
You want to try it? Let's see this. The National Book Foundation defends award for publisher accused of anti-Semitism. The National Book Foundation said, "Yeah, the remarks were a little anti-Semitic in hindsight, but did you see the cutest little illustrated bears? Those bears were so cute." So stupid.
Just voices.
I like it.
So many voices.
You are
know.
allergic to all act outs, so I don't want to hear it from you.
Yes. Alex Jones and his allies are desperately trying to stop the sale of InfoWars to The Onion. Although many thought the Onion deal already got chopped up based on how much they're all crying.
Trump reportedly plans to swiftly eject transgender troops within days of his inauguration. In fact, trans women in uniform haven't caused a conservative to want to eject this swiftly since red states blocked Pornhub.
All right, Neil,
So,
close us out. Well, not close yourself out, Big.
I love you. I love you very much. I just want to say that. Sorry, Labradors. After 31 years, America has a new favorite dog. According to the American Kennel Club, French Bulldogs are America's new favorite dog. Trump loved the decision, saying they can't breathe right, can't go outside a lot, and without any assistance, they kill their mothers in natural birth. Project 2025 is in full effect.
They are the Project 2025 dog.
I was still waiting. I was waiting for the French accent to come in.
Oh.
All
Jealous?
right. Bill Clinton predicts that USA is likelier to elect a female if she's a conservative Republican woman. Many were surprised by Clinton, thinking that America would prefer an uptight woman in a pantsuit over something like a thick young loose girl with a stain-covered dress.
Donald Trump picks Dr. Oz to run Centers for Medicaid and Medicare. The president-elect said, quote, "You saw what the great and powerful Oz did with Elphaba and Glinda. He helped them both, even though one of them was so black she was green."
Well, the movie just got spoiled for me. Now I won't go see it in theaters now.
I'll tell you what, Dave, the trick is Oz does not help them.
but he's great and powerful.
He's a bad guy.
All right. Lamar Odom admits ordering life-size sex doll of ex-wife Khloe Kardashian. While this can be seen as pathetic by some people, it should be known that the sex doll now comes with about 30% less plastic than an actual Kardashian.
Democrats flee X for Blue Sky social media app after Musk-Trump alliance. On Blue Sky, leftists hope to create a safe space from white nationalist rhetoric, a place for open discussions where only the Jews feel scared.
We always do.
The left, they do not like you Zionists.
New York City priest who allowed Sabrina Carpenter to shoot a music video in church further stripped of duties. He was told by the archdiocese, "Your actions were totally harmful to the church. We didn't want to lure a bunch of 14-year-old girls here."
Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. I'm just going to try that again. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson institutes transgender bathroom ban in United States House. No rule applies yet to the Senate, where there is massive confusion as to Lindsey Graham, a cis man who insists on peeing sitting down.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. Trump unveils limited edition American Eagle acoustic and electric guitars. Yeah, what makes them especially rare is that anytime you try to play a song on one of them, you get a cease and desist letter in the mail.
Yeah, that's great. I love that one. Jack Smith files to drop January 6th charges against Donald Trump with a statement saying how proud he was of his investigators, Merrick Garland, and the entire Department of Justice for carrying on the proud American tradition of briefly pretending we don't have kings who are above the law. That's just more frustration.
Yeah. I could feel the palpitation in there. All right. Jaguar dubbed Bud Light 2.0 after releasing modernist rebanding ad with androgynous models and no cars. And here Jaguar thought they had a genius marketing strategy, using girls that you're not sure you can jerk it to while selling cars to guys who can't get hard anymore anyway.
Yeah. Dutch police find lawn gnome made of pure MDMA during drug bust. Authorities say this was clearly targeted at children. First, you get them hooked on ecstasy gnomes. Next thing you know, they're living on the streets smoking that Fraggle Rock.
That's a cute one.
Thank you.
Here's a nice sexist one. UConn's Gino Auriemma, the new winningest coach in double NCAA history, is honored with a literal goat. Which is perfect, as he now has a dowry in case another women's basketball player is imprisoned overseas.
I like it. I like it.
That's my favorite one.
It's also the image of I like it. Singer Jelly Roll gets candid about his food addiction and 100-pound weight loss. Saying the hardest adjustment from being a hard-partying fat guy was learning he didn't need to tie off with a belt to shoot Ozempic.
Here's one I meant to rewrite, so I guess I'll just tell it in its...
In its
no, I mean, I had
glory.
a great idea, and I was like, I'll read it, and then I just forgot. Texas approves Bible-infused curriculum for public schools. Which actually doesn't change much. This will let children know which of them have truly been blessed by the gifts of God, except they're not going to call it gym class anymore.
Okay.
There's an idea behind it.
I see where you're going for.
I could have fucked with it, and then I just forgot.
Writing is editing sometimes,
Yeah.
I'm going to prove that. I prove that week in and week out, I would say. RFK Jr. told colleague that the government may have planned COVID. He went on to say that now that he's in charge, not only will that stop, they're going to take it even further by not even planning a response to the H1N1 bird flu.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, hey, whatever, 50% fatality rate.
Yeah, I love it.
Here's the fun thing about the H1N1 bird flu that I read. It could be completely false because I read it on the internet, but apparently it is the least fatal to 40-year-old men. 40 to 55-year-old
Hell
men.
yeah.
Baby, I'm being out back at open mics. I'm coming
I'm
out.
gonna watch that fucking apocalypse.
That's right.
All right. Chaos ensues as Arizona State fans storm field with time left on the clock. Although in defense of the students, Arizona State only teaches how to read a clock as a postgraduate course.
That's funny. Donald Trump taps WWE CEO Linda McMahon as education secretary, citing her extensive experience working with Vince McMahon in administering a large organization while having to clean up escalating piles of shit.
I forgot about that fucking one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Remember, he pooped on all those people.
No, I just the hiring of the fucking wrestling bitch.
Yeah.
Judge sets January hearing for possible resentencings of Menendez brothers, which is truly unfortunate that they can't move it up a month and give them a chance to spend the holidays with their. Actually, January's fine.
Okay, and my last one. Walmart says Americans, not China, will be paying for Trump's tariffs. In fact, Walmart says the largest expense the customer will bear is the cost to retrain the 90-year-old greeters to say ni hao.
Oh, that would turn me on. All right. What do you got coming up?
Oh yeah. You said I thought you were. I was like, do you have another one?
Save another one.
No, I had to look up my next
Oh,
gig.
what do I have coming up? The animated comedy show with the Animated Brew Company. It's always the last Friday of every month. And this month is no different. Actually, I say that, but next month it will be different. It will be the second to last Friday. We'll deal with that next month. I, however, will be host. Well, no, I won't host. But the wonderful Ryan Rins, I've just tapped to host.
Wonderful.
I'll tell you what, the increasingly wonderful, the getting more and more wonderful by the day.
The existing Ryan Rins.
The
Yeah,
Ryan
we cannot
Rins.
deny he exists.
He is there, and he is hosting the show. Friend of the show will be hosting my live show. Our very funny Steve Bickle will be there, the Delcoiest Delco accent you've ever heard.
Oh, deaf.
He'll be talking about his daughters. I sound like Steve Rinaldi there. And then very funny Holly Huff, friend of the show, will be on. And Will Craig,
Probably commenting.
who got, hopefully, hi Holly, if you're watching, you're going to be on the show. Looking forward to it. And Will Craig, who already got a name drop here.
Yeah,
He will
got
be
his.
on that show as
He
well.
got his.
It's going to be a good one. We believe Jared McCallay's dropping in. Not a friend of the show because he bailed when we invited him on. But hey, I get it. But friend of mine, I'll give him that.
I know he exists.
And then if you guys want to stop in, I wouldn't recommend it because it's a long drive and I can only give you 5 minutes.
That's Friday?
But if you want to do 5 minutes, I can only give you 5. But yes, you can come to Coatesville.
Well, I can't on Friday.
Oh, well.
Is that all you had, by the way?
That's all I had.
Okay. Because I will be at the Barnstormers Theater in Ridley Park, Pennsylvania. With it's a Friday show. It's at 7:30. That's the doors. Show 8.
Oh, thank
It's,
God. Show
me-
at 7:30. Too early.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing a late show.
It's a bunch of friends of the show. It's me, Chris Dolan,
Love 'em.
Ellie Summerling,
Love
Jake
'em.
Matera.
Love 'em.
And we haven't had him on, but we both love him. Pat House.
Love Pat.
Yeah. So
Great.
that's a thing. And
That's
then,
going to be a fun show.
Yeah.
It's a good lineup.
And then
Don't go to it. Come to my show.
as a reoccurring event on Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and Monday, I will be dragging Dan's ass all over the scoreboard in fantasy.
We'll see. I'm 9-3 with like the worst fantasy roster I think I've ever had in years. I'm a team of destiny, and nothing can stop me. And you certainly won't be that team. So we'll see.
I'm
One of
ahead
us will be
you in the
gloating.
standings right now.
Well, one of us will be gloating next week, and it will be me. Neil, do you have anything going on?
Yeah, ton of stuff. You guys can check me out at I am Neil Wood for all my dates and details. Come out to Westchester December 4th. Steve Rinaldi's little show. We got to see you guys at the last one.
That was fun.
Really
That's
fun.
a really good little room.
I'm in Atlantic City December 19th over at Bar 32. And then actually I'm, and then of course, Myers Brewing Company every second and fourth Friday. You can check us out at WIS December 6th. And then also Rosie's Taco Bar December 20th, which I will be at. So go to all that stuff. You can go over to drop10.com. /events.
Who's your
or,
favorite comic on any of those shows? Just throw out a name.
Myself.
Ah, good
So
answer.
yeah, I
Oof,
don't
good
that
answer.
care about anybody else at this
That
point.
is true.
Terrible
though.
taste.
That is no, ask any comic, and that is the truthful answer.
That is the truth. Yeah, but you can check out all that stuff over at Dealing Words. Holly, stop distracting me. Listen, yeah, but you can check me out there. I am neilwood.com and drop10.com for all my dates and details. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Sweet.
this was fun.
And yeah, we said this last week.
Well, we also we promised
yeah,
people
come
we never
on.
even addressed this because we started talking about chips and pizza and shit. But we were supposed to have a guest today,
Right.
Brian Isley. He did not come. Boo! No, he got called in.
He had an emerge.
Look, we all wish that we could be doing this professionally. Very few of us get to do that. Certainly not many people we have on the show. So, he had to go to work. That happens. But he's coming back next week, you said?
Yeah, we'll talk about his book he just wrote. I finished it up last night. Now it won't be as fresh when we talk about it next week.
Hey,
but
and I can be honest and no longer lie about having finished it, which I haven't done
we're
yet. but I
promoting
will.
it, so it's not like we can get into. We can just, like, hey, what are your inspiration? We can't okay, now plot point here. What exactly? Yeah, we can't spoil it.
No,
so
we
you
can't.
could have faked. You probably could have faked the entire way.
But now I don't have to.
That's true.
Because I will read it this week. I will. Okay, so that will be what I'm doing. That show and reading Brian Isley's book, which is actually fantastic. I have read some of it. If you read all of it.
I
so-
am gonna. I'm gonna test you and just make up plot points and see if you just nod along.
Yeah,
and agree.
sure. That's why I couldn't bullshit, because Brian's too smart. He would have thrown me some shit that wasn't true and then called me out on
Why
it.
don't we
so-
offer it up to the chat too? If you guys have time, you can try to grab a hold of
Yes.
the book, and maybe
Yeah.
if we
Yeah,
read it
right,
in
right.
time,
Yeah.
maybe they
go
can
ahead.
ask-
Fear of a Black Planet, but black is spelled like plaque.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
BLAQUE. Yeah, it's a sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's cool. And yeah, he'll be on next week to talk about it. Very, like you said, an esteemed sort of pinky
right.
up, nose in the air,
Yeah.
Broed out book
literary
club time,
conversation.
baby.
And I'm looking forward to that. That'll be next week. You guys have a great week. Good luck on your shows.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, and happy Thanksgiving to you and all of your family.
If you're doing that.
No, I'm
this
an orphan.
year.
I got nothing. I'm gonna be
You got a
like
girlfriend's family.
now. I'm gonna be
Huh?
leaning on a crutch in the cold
Oof.
with like a
Wrong
bowl
holiday.
of soup,
Yeah.
like a bowl of hot soup steaming up. It won't be so bad.
It was
tiny Dan,
It was
little
destiny
tiny Dan.
anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the only way I'll be tiny. Consider tiny Dan, unless they're saying it ironically about me, and then that just ruins Christmas.
You're not tall enough to be a tiny.
Yeah, you're right. You need to be
You
a
gotta
big.
be tall and fat.
Yeah. You need
Big
to be
and
like
tall.
big and tall, right? You can't just be like a short fat guy and be tiny, because it's still like I'm like halfway there. You know what I mean?
It's like
Yeah.
double.
You're right.
It's weird.
You're right. It is weird. You're right. Okay, I'm glad we settled that in the 11th hour of the show.
Yep.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.